Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best, you gotta show me son. Actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
First in the building, Big Blunts and Boxing. This one gonna be fire. Salute, OG. Salute to you. The GOAT is on deck. What's good with it? Salute to you, brother. Stick 'em, boys, fishing and sports. Yes, sir. Salute, WCS chat fam. The grease is hot already. Absolutely, man. It's Friday too. Man, you know I had to come on here and do a little fish fry. You know what I'm saying? In the early evening. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Samar Warren on deck. Peace and blessings below. Salute WCS certified stamp. The LIKE button. Just that way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Stamp the like button for me. For real. Just do that little bit, man. That's all we need. That ain't too much. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to everyone that pulled up. We got his whole WCS got his whole 2 feet on their neck. Man, I'm trying to and dancing a little bit too, like the 2-step. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to dance all the way to July 29th so they can understand. You know what I'm saying? So they'll be a little bit exhausted by the time they get to the fight. Because from what I'm hearing, you know, everybody's saying they're gonna be there, but them tickets are just the way they should be. Nice and affordable to those who going to support. Yeah, the ticket should be that high, no doubt about it. I want this fight to do incredible numbers. I want to do 1.5, 1.8. I want to do something incredible that people believe that couldn't be happen. You know, that couldn't happen at this point in this era. I wanted to do something crazy, bro. I wanted to do something insane, man. Why? Because that further says that Crawford's going to cement his legacy in the history books with the amount of people that pulled up to support the fighter. That also goes for Spence. Spence will be in history along with Crawford, even though in a losing effort for Errol, he would be there when it comes to these pay-per-view numbers. So I'm thinking without a shadow of any doubt, this fight would surpass Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia without a shadow. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bill's Boot Camp on deck. What's going on with it, Bill? Salute to you, brother. Yes, sir. So let's start off with the obvious one first. You know what I'm saying? Let's start off with the B-side topic. We're going to get to the A-side later. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to what's been going on ever since Ryan Garcia has fought Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, this has been incredibly ongoing. And, you know, like I said, I used to call him Ryan Lion Garcia. I had Garcia on the Duck Masters Coalition back in the day for him up there pulling those stunts, trying to act like he wanted to fight a certain person, but then he was up there pulling out of fights, saying he was going to fight Manny Pacquiao and all that. But truth be told, man, I can only sit up here and speak about what just happened. You know what I'm saying? I never thought he had a chance to go in there and beat Tank Davis, but he stepped in the ring. He provided pressure. You know what I'm saying? I'll give him that. He provided pressure. It was reckless pressure. You know what I'm saying? It was just erratic pressure. It wasn't tactically sound pressure. And he got the check that he wanted. You know, and Gervonta Davis cashed in that left hand and put that man down. And then he touched him to the body, and the fight was over. What happened after the fight? We seen Ryan Garcia hanging out with Tank at the post fight. Like two high school classmates who haven't seen each other in a long time. They say, "Hey man, I didn't think I see you at the club, dog. Dang man, it's been such a long time, man. Can we hang out just a little bit? I know we didn't get along in high school, but man, let me just kick it with you for a minute." That's almost like what Ryan Garcia had going on. And I mean that right there, I like the busy part of that promotion. Like it was a lot going on, man. Like the buzz was just out for that fight. It was out in the air. It was out in the open for that fight. And for Ryan Garcia to still be crying just because his team, Golden Boy CEO Oscar De La Hoya, a legend, bro. When Oscar was in the room, he got it in. A legend. He's mad because they didn't show up at the post-fight conference. Now, I don't know the non-line report on what transpired up to them going into that fight or whatever, because I look at it like you fired Joe Goosen and now you still crying about Oscar De La Hoya not showing up to the post-fight conference. I'm like, dude, he did what he's supposed to do. He's put it out there again that you and your manager agreed to sign that contract for that rehydration clause. Let me go to this article, Boxing News 24. It said Eddie Hearn was incredulous at looking at Golden Boy Promotions Oscar De La Hoya with his number one fighter in his stable, Ryan Garcia, last night on Twitter. Like many, Hearn couldn't believe De La Hoya would openly criticize Ryan 23-1, 19 knockouts on social media about his loss to Gervonta Davis. All right. It would have been better for De La Hoya to admit that he made a mistake by not being there. Ryan might have been more receptive to hearing that than the death threat excuse De La Hoya used for his absence. How do we know it wasn't that way with all the contentiousness that was going on? How you know it wasn't a death threat that was there? But truth be told, I'm hearing that Ryan Garcia was paid pretty well. The Brinks truck, the air shocks in the back was a little low. I heard he got 30 mics. You trying to tell me Ryan Garcia got 30 million with no title? 30 million? And appreciate Blunts for dropping that, to the IB. You know what I'm saying? To the IBX, as I'm gonna call it, to the IBX. That's the inbox. Dan Raphael is reporting that Ryan Garcia received approximately 30 million for this fight, right? But yet Ryan Garcia isn't happy with Oscar De La Hoya not showing up. Granted, we had already seen Ryan Garcia in the camp of Derrick James. So why in the hell are you still complaining about Oscar De La Hoya? And I go with, let me see what his tweet at. Okay, let me get to what Oscar said. Okay, I'm going to go through the timeline of what I have up here in the tweet. It said, WTF at Ryan Garcia. It's been almost 2 months and you're still crying about the post presser. The blame for your loss is on you and your advisor, Lupe. He is the only one who pushed you to accept that insane rehydration clause, and that is the reason you lost. Man up, own that. Oscar getting straight to the point. You ain't me. Your manager pushed you to get that fight, and kudos to Oscar and Lupe because that man Ryan Garcia received 30 million. Oh, you won. Even in a losing effort, you won because there's certain fighters that have put in double the time you have put in, Ryan, and they will never see a $30 million payday. Never will they see a $30 million payday, Ryan. So kudos to them people around you. It goes on for Ryan's reply. Okay, buddy, you got it all figured out. Tired of you disrespecting my whole career and you think none of it matters. Loyalty and common sense is lost in your head. Stop treating people that way and think they will just accept it. Oscar De La Hoya replies, also, you keep saying Tank's team offered more support for you. Blah, blah, blah. Bro, they set you up to lose with the rehydration clause. And most importantly, Al Heyman didn't even show up the entire week. Actually, he never shows up. How's that for support? Dang, Oscar throwing some low blows right by the belt line on that. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't a nutmeg, but that was right by the belt line. Ryan Garcia responds and say, I'm about to fight this guy. And you go act buddy with him. You don't care about your fighters. Really tired of this fake act. Stop the cap. Be real for once, man. I can respect you more if you just told me the truth. You're in it for the cash. No love lost. No love lost. That was Ryan Garcia. My take and reaction to what went on is Ryan Garcia continues to me. I'm not gonna hold you on it. If I received 30 million with no title, and I was going in there fighting Gervonta Davis, I had a privilege of fighting Gervonta Davis, and I have no title, and I'm paid upwards approximately 30 million. I would not be online talking about this. My enjoyment would be the fact that I had the opportunity to grace the square with one of the best out here, one of the best boxers of this era. My name is there with him for 1.3 to 1.4 pay-per-view. I'm happy. I'm not getting on here in Twitter and arguing with no freaking De La Hoya about why he didn't show up to the presser. Bro, it's some questionable things that you did anyway. You saw the man in the club. You got in the car driving home on live. Looked like you had been shedding tears. You know what I'm saying? You came into the presser complaining about the contract details, which Oscar De La Hoya pretty much said your manager Lupe told you to sign it. Lupe told your ass to sign that shit because he knows this is a money fight. Why not? He said, sign that. Man, you'll be okay. You're young. You're young, buddy. You're young. Sign that. Don't listen to everybody. Just listen to me. And look, the man got paid very, very handsomely. I don't know why he's still stuck on there because listen, I've heard of other promoters out here that pretty much have put fighters in a predicament. I've heard managers out here that's put fighters in a predicament. At the end of the day, boxing is just not as righteous as you want it to be. It's not, bro. It's never going to be that way. So you stepped up to a challenge. You was basically invited. You know what I'm saying? You had that social media stamp and it allowed you to go through the gates, the Baltimore gates to Vegas and step in the square with Gervonta and become a part of history. Yeah, you may have taken your first loss, but goddamn it, y'all did 1.3, 1.4, whatever. That's in the history books. That's in the history books, like you said, Ryan. So I'm not going to go too much in detail about Mr. Garcia here because he still feels he's extremely entitled. He still feel that, Oscar De La Hoya, a legend, should offer him an apology. That's what happened when boxers aren't, you know, um, in the shadows. I'm talking about boxers that did what they did already. They're not distant from the sport. Like, I'm not saying Oscar De La Hoya is immersed in the sport and he's always being seen. But I'm saying this is what happened when fighters like Ryan Garcia totally ignore the fact of what Oscar De La Hoya put in as a boxer, his achievement, accolades. Oscar went into the ring and fought. Ryan Garcia, you're not Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya, he went in there and got it in. So with age, people tend to look at you with age, and some people just totally neglect what you've accomplished in life in general. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the feeling I'm giving Ryan Garcia, man. He just don't have no respect for Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Oscar's been online with some suspect freaking moments that he was in, and somebody framed the moment. We don't know what was in his system, how he was feeling. I don't know and don't give a damn. All I'm saying, Garcia, if you are a king, stop going on Twitter trying to demand Oscar De La Hoya give you an apology for not being there in the post presser. Bro, you were stopped. It's not like we had Devin Haney and Vasil Lomachenko. Devin Haney is the guy you ducked. You said, oh, well, Devin, you my boy, but I want Gervonta Davis. But yet Devin Haney goes the distance with Lomachenko. You did not. You were stopped. So you took the L, but you got the paycheck, and you go down in the record books as far as the pay-per-view numbers. That's a win-win, in my opinion. You should be happy, brother. Shout out to Karate Body. Salute to you. I'm solid, bro. I'm just looking at my chops for July 29th. Yeah, us and a lot of people, man, for real. High guard. You know what I'm saying? Facts, bro. 56 days, 23 hours until the main card starts. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Keep that number, going, man. So we can remind them. We have 56 days, 23 hours. Okay? 56 days, 23 hours to July 29th. The countdown is active. Yes, sir. The countdown is active. Shout out to the man himself, Andrew Charles, in the building. What's good, Andrew? WCS salute. Salute to you, bro. What's going? So that's all I have to say about King Ryan. Be a king, bro. Wear your crown. You did well. Your team put you in there with a little bit of stipulation that you had to deal with. You went in the press tour complaining about it, but you signed the contract. Ultimately, in the end, the gift was wrapped very, very nice for you, bro. You did well. You made so much money that, man, bro, you have no idea, Ryan, that you still have career left. You have did what a lot of fighters would love to do. You got fighters on here that's been fighting double your time, man. They in their 30s and they ain't made no $30 million payday. Come on, man. Be happy. Think about the things that matter. You got your family, you got your kids, you got a paycheck, and you have your boxing record, which is going to allow you, based off the pay-per-view numbers and what you made, it's going to allow you to go into your next fight and be able to use that as leverage. You know what I'm saying? Keep your head up, bro. Keep your head up. So on to the transition of July 29th. Blunts have put the countdown in the chat, which will be active. What's going on, Alvarez? What's good? He said that editor Crawford-Spence is hilarious. I wanna let y'all know something right now. If you have Showtime, make sure you check out Andre Ward, SOG himself. Check out his his documentary that's releasing tonight on Showtime, The Book of Ward. I had opportunity to pull up and be a part of that moment. With everything I've been able to accomplish, thus far, who I've been able to cover and be able to see these moments, man. I'm telling you, it's priceless. I don't know why people still come at me with this YouTube stuff. Like the people that I'm meeting, that wasn't the first time I met Ward. But looking at this right here, right? I salute you, Andre Ward, because when I see Andre Ward in person, I just never seen any of this Oakland in him, the way he carried himself or not. I never seen it. You know what I'm saying? And to always stick by what I was taught in the military, to always be on time. On time is 15 minutes prior, 30 minutes prior. You know what I'm saying? And being there and seeing Andre come in there and sit in front of me, a retired Hall of Famer, gold medal Olympian, down to earth. I put it up today. I put this up on IG, and shout out to Shaw News for freaking, liking it. And I said, be sure to tune in to boxing legend Andre Ward documentary released today. One of the best film Picassos you'll see on a fighter's life. Salute to your ministry moving forward, all on Showtime, The Book of Ward. And you see Andre Ward responded. It doesn't take much for these fighters to respond. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate, he put that out there. You know what I'm saying? He just showed that one little bitty action, little bitty action, small effort to say, appreciate you for posting it. I mean, this is huge for him. And his brother, I think his name DeAndre, they filmed that man all the way from childhood all the way up, man. It's incredible, bro. Y'all need to check that out. It's incredible. If you're looking in the picture, you see, Terrence Bud Crawford, who's 39-0, right? And he seems to be be in a legal situation. This is looking in a prognosticated lens forward as to what it potentially may be after the fight. As you look over there to the right, that is Errol Spence Jr. Laying up in the hospital, looking something worse. You know what I'm saying? Looking the worse for wear, looking real bad. And anybody who's stayed close to the internet or the web or whatever you want to call it knows that is the picture from his accident. I didn't create this thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? I just screenshot it because the internet is undefeated. You know what I'm saying? When I seen this right here, I say, yes, that's perfect. That's perfect to do a live on because, I'm looking forward to Terrence Crawford to give Errol Spence a beating come July 29th. Yeah. I'm looking forward for him to go in there and inflicting necessary damage in that fight night, because it needs to be established that who's the better dominant pugilist on that night, especially in this welterweight division. This is history, people. And this is history beyond history right here. This is history in the 4-belt era for undisputed. This is history when it comes down to welterweight division. This is history. And with that history, Bud Crawford may find himself, happen to be booked for going in there and putting a beating on Errol Spence in Las Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena. It may just go down like that. I'm not kidding. It may go down like that, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be honest. I hope both fighters get up out of there safely and good health and all that. But also, I do want and would like to request, that Terrence Crawford do go in there and make a statement. You know what I'm saying? I want him to make a statement, sign it, ball it up, make another statement, sign it, ball it up, make another statement, sign it, and ball it up. And then make another statement. You know what I'm saying? Sign, repeat, sign, repeat. You know what I'm saying? Act like the ass whooping never happened. You know what I'm saying? Go at it the same way you did when the first two signings happened. You know what I'm saying? Beat that ass over and over again until they throw in the towel, bro. I want to ask y'all something in the chat. If Spence is in a situation where he's looking bad, you know what I'm saying? So much to the point where it may give us the same vibe that David Morrell gave the Yerbo. You know, that dude was getting beat and his corner refused to throw in the freaking towel, man. He was getting beat, man. And then his corner refused to throw in the towel. Just like John Bowser. I love seeing him taking that ass whooping from freaking Africa. You know what I'm saying? So they refuse to throw in the towel. Refuse. Do you think Derrick James will throw in the towel? If that guy called Bud Crawford is in there inflicting this damage, do you think that Derrick James will look out for Errol Spence and throw in the towel? Or do you feel like he is inclined to let the fight play out and give Spence the benefit of the doubt of recovery? Y'all tell me what you think. Do you believe that Derrick James would throw in the towel to save Errol Spence in that moment from taking that ass whooping? You know what I'm saying? Because ass whooping has levels too. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, I can sit up here and talk all the shit I want, but I'm not trying to wish any harm on either fighter, because at the end of the day, I want them to go home to their families. That's real. I've seen cats, pass away in combat and in life, especially, in the motorcycle scene and all that. But this has nothing to do with that. I'm talking about, do you believe that Derrick James would be kind enough? Because what we've been experiencing on the YTC, the aerosexuals aren't kind. They're not kind individuals. I want to know if Derrick James will be kind enough to throw in the towel and surrender Errol Spence from taking that beating. A massacre doesn't have to happen. It can be prevented if you just throw in the towel. Let me see what y'all say. Blunt don't even think Derrick James will throw in the towel. He doesn't even think Derrick James would care enough to save that man. One thing I can say about, Spence, I don't consider him to be a quitter. He never gave me that quit. He never gave me that ounce of bitch to say, okay, when times get harder, when the fight get hard, you quit. He never gave me that. One thing about him, he'll take a punch to give a punch, and he'll keep on grinding. He got the dog. You know what I'm saying? But what's a dog to a gorilla? Would Derrick James throw in the towel when a gorilla is giving him a beat down? Will you throw in the towel when you see the blood streaming, when you see disorientation coming from Errol Spence? Would you say, hey, we're going to live to fight another day, man? The weight cut may have not been in your favor, man. They're going to start coming up. I told them you was at 40%, Errol. Don't worry about it. Take this L and just learn from it. You still was unified at 147. The weight cut wasn't, this is what Derrick going to be saying at the post fight. The weight cut, man, them weight cuts are tough for Spence, man. He should have been at 154 right now. But, he at 147, and it's a tough weight cut. I can hear it now. He's not going to be kind enough, man. And owning up to the reality of it. Samar say without a doubt. So, Samar, you think he's going to throw in the towel? You think Derrick James going to throw in the towel? I don't know. It seems like it's a different type of pride over there. But he may, Samar. This is why. Because I remember after the Ugas fight, I remember paying attention to the little awkward things that people may not. And Derrick James said, you got to remember, stay focused. We got to work on you being focused. We got to work on you staying focused. Focus, focus. This is after the fight now. Got to work on you being focused. Why would he be telling Spence that after the fight? He earned a eye stoppage, a TKO, but yet Derrick James was telling Spence, "You got to keep you focused. I'm going to work on keeping you focused." That tells me it's other things is going on with him not maintaining focus in sparring, because that was only the second fight upon his return from that car accident. So if we never heard Derrick James tell Errol Spence that before about being focused, why would he tell him that at the conclusion of earning a TKO victory over Yordenis Ugas? This some Ivan Drago shit. If he dies, he dies. Hey, man, don't put no respectfully on the end of that, man. Come on, bro. Hey, Ivan Drago didn't put no hashtag respectfully. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we live in a different time where you cannot promote any of that stuff that's considered to be over the top, violence or anything like that. So yeah, okay, I accept it. I recant. Put hashtag respectfully in the chat, because they changing up now. They ain't, the First Amendment ain't the First Amendment now. It's 0.5 amendment. It's half of one, goddammit. You just can't say what you want anymore out here, man. It's 0.5 amendment. It's not the First Amendment. It's 0.5. I'm serious. You can't just say what you want out here, bro. If it's that ugly, I think James would do the right thing. I would hope so. Okay. So we got a couple of people thinking that Derrick James will throw in the towel. But when it comes to the aerosexuals, they're going to get mad just because I'm even thinking about him throwing in the towel. Yeah, I mean, y'all need to take that in consideration, aerosexual. That we seen what Ugas did, and that wasn't the first time. Like, bro, the man went looking for whatever he thought he lost. That's not cool, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that with a killer and a closer, like Bud Crawford. I'm just saying. So let's hope Derrick do the right thing. He said, "Listen, this is like a gangster going on a mission. You know what's up when it's time to handle business. If you make it back home, you make it. If you don't, you don't. If you ain't built, don't go." I think Errol is built. I think he's built. I do. I mean, come on, the blunts. I built some Lego blocks in my day. That don't mean if I walk past them and slightly bump the table, motherfuckers didn't fall down. I built some Lego blocks in my day. I say, damn, that shit like 3 feet high. I was impressed. That shit was built by me. I built them Lego blocks. But I did find out that it wasn't something that was permanent. So when I slightly bumped that motherfucker, whatever, all them things came down. I'm thinking that Errol Spence is built for the night in question. He is built to go in there and compete on that level. He is. But ultimately, we don't know what the rigors are going to be when he step in there. We don't know what, his transmission will experience when he's in that ring with Bud Crawford. We don't know. We don't know what the alignment is going to be. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what the alignment is going to be, bro. We just don't know, man. It's a whole lot of questions that's going to be answered in July. And believe me, it's just so many people talking about this fight, man. And you have people who's going for Crawford. You have people who going for Spence. That's just the way it is. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you everybody's going for Bud. There's no way possible that I can convince you that is the truth. But if you're talking to WCS, I just don't see a way that Errol can win. I know that's going to have people salty. I know that's going to have people salty, but I'm looking at a lot of variables that tell me I just don't see it. I don't see it with open eyes, bro. Even when I close my eyes, I can't see it, because you can still see visions with your eyes closed. But see, when I close my eyes, I will never vision something that benefits Errol Spence in this equation. I'm just being honest, bro. Seriously, don't knock the messenger, man. I don't see it. I have my eyes open. I could be looking at a boxing match. I just don't see how he's gonna win unless it's a headbutt. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They say Crawford start off early. Maybe Errol Spence thinking about putting in some rounds early, and they get a headbutt in the fifth. I don't know. Or we can find out that the referee gonna be Tony Weeks or Lawrence Cole. And out of nowhere, they stopped the fight and waved the fight off because Crawford somehow was in exchange with Spence, and he slipped the punch, and they thought he was about to run out the ring, so they stopped the fight. Some crazy ass shit like that. They might look at Crawford's glove and say, "Oh man, no, you didn't try that. Those are same gloves you ripped versus David Avanesian, dog." No, he saw waving the fight off. What are you talking about? What are you doing? What are you talking about? No, man, them the same gloves. I looked at them closely. Them the same gloves he had. They ripped in the same spot. The gloves not even ripped, Tony. What are you saying? I thought they was ripped. You don't see a rip in there? You don't see a rip? Oh, so you're going to do a review or we're going to restart the fight? I thought it was a rip. They're going to be trying to stop the fight, man. That's the only way I see it, dog. Real talk. I don't see it physically balancing in Errol Spence's favor. I don't see it. I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. They say you're not looking at it logically. You're not looking at the fight. All you're doing is being a hater, and your channel is boring and all. I know that's boring to you because you don't want to listen to anything. But just because I'm not giving Errol Spence any means of winning doesn't mean that I'm wishing bad upon. I want both of those guys to go in there and put on a hell of a show. But after everything that's happened, after what I've seen with Crawford staying consistent and dedicated, I just feel it's going to be too much for Spence to step in there. And people, who are betting on Spence, those are diehard Spence fans, man. Kudos to them, dog. They believe this is going to play out in Spence's favor. They believe he's going to go in there and hit Crawford to the body and break him down over time. And that's going to be one of the determining factors. You know what I'm saying? That may be the equalizer to slow Crawford down. That's what they're saying. I don't agree. Shout out to L Dog on deck. He's a beast. He's a dog. He said, Blunt said, I like when a fighter say I'm willing to die in the ring. Well, I'll tell you this. When I finally went out in the convoy, when I was in combat and I knew it was going to be enemy territory, I wasn't thinking about going home. I did everything I needed to do. I did all the necessary paperwork. When I knew I had to set up communications on top and I didn't have no protection up there. Only protection I had was a flak jacket. You know what I'm saying? And a helmet, and we had to set up communication, and the enemy had full view of me and my troops up there setting up communication at the British Hotel. And anything could have happened. But you don't have that mindset that, I'm scared. Nah, these your troops. You got to go there with your troops, man. You can't, hey, y'all let me know when y'all come back down, okay? I'm going to be right here where it's safe and all these cement walls. No, that's not the case. You got to go up there too. He's a beast. He's a dog. He's a problem. Okay, he's a goon, but what's a goon to a goblin? You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's a goon to a goblin, man? This is going to be spectacular, bro. I'm looking at people like, I'm really looking at some of these people, right? If you get mad at WCS based off what I say, I got to call you a casual. If I'm not attacking you personally, but yet I'm telling you that I don't see any way that Errol Spence will win, and you get mad at me and you just drawn away from the whole fight, you need a little bit more maturity in your life, because we're talking about the boxers. That's all. You have both sides of these fighters, and you have their accumulation of supporters. I'm only one person. I'm not even 1% of the boxing community. I'm not even 1%, bro. It don't matter if I had 500K, a million subs. I am not 1% of the boxing content creators. So I shouldn't matter. But you got people up here whining and crying, bitching, moaning. Man, you're extremely biased when you speak of that, man. How do you believe that? Be quiet. They're going to throw in the towel because they know he's been in weight loss camp, plus that DJ's main dollar. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. That's his high dollar, but you have to look at it too. Now you still got Jamel Charlo over here because, but Jamel Charlo is not, you know what I'm saying, the main guy. But neither is Spence anymore. You know what I'm saying, Samar? He's not the main guy. Tank is. Tank is. Air ain't never did no numbers like Tank. Man, get out of here, bro. He ain't never did those numbers. They keep on using the numbers he did against Mikey Garcia. He's never did Tank numbers. He never did Tank numbers, bro, until July 29th. He has the right dance partner to now have numbers that they can brag about. You know what? But every time they speak about July 29th, they cannot do it without saying Terrence Crawford's name. They cannot do it without saying his name, bro. They're going to have to bring this dude up. They may not talk about him now, but they're going to talk about him at the conclusion of the fight. You know what I'm saying? When all the confetti is coming down from the ceiling and they doing pyrotechnics and shit, and they're trying to put it off like it's for 4th of July and not the 29th, it's the 4th. That's when they're gonna talk about it. Man, that nigga, man. Oh man, god damn it. I hate that WCS over there talking shit. I hate that nigga. I hate that nigga. I hope they shut down his channel. Man, it's gonna be lit. Man, you have no idea, bro. This man gonna do some serious damage, bro. Errol's not ready for this fight, man. Real talk, he's not ready. Truth be told, he's not ready, man. I'm just keeping it a buck. He said, okay, you heard what Blu-ray said. They better pray EJ don't call me for camp. Okay, all right. Let me respond to that. So, shout out to Blu-ray, man. Shout out to you, bro. I don't have no issues with you. But what you possess, your expertise, my guy, is not going to be able to help Errol Spence, because even though you was there prior to the accident, you may try to take him through one of your workouts that he was pretty much trying to, acclimate and get used to back in the day. He may not be physically able to do all those push-ups you want him to do. He may not be physically able. He may not be mentally there, bro. He may tell you straight up, hey, man, that shit you was doing earlier, that's not it anymore. I can't do that, bro. When somebody put out a tweet and say, you get ejected out the car and see how active you are, that's telling you, Blu-ray, he can't do it, bro. But Blu-ray coming back on the scene, he say they better pray EJ don't call me for camp. Truth be told, I want Blu-ray to go back there. Truth be told, I'm not being sarcastic at all. I want Blu-ray to be in the camp with Errol for this one. Why? Because it makes it that much sweeter when it still doesn't matter that you got Blu-ray in your camp. You've worked and did whatever you can do as far as the footage. Listen, I still remember a certain individual saying that Crawford does not use all his skills. He is the dumbest boxer in the sport. I remember this content creator saying that. And it was so laughable because I turned around and spent it and say, well, that makes it even worse for Spence. Because if Crawford's still undefeated and continues to win, and he haven't used all his skills, well, is Errol Spence the one to test him out? And if Errol is the one that's training for this fight with Terrence Crawford, how can they train for something they haven't seen? That's what I was trying to get at. Like, bro, how can they train for something they haven't seen? They only can go off the film and the film study that they have available to them based off 39 fights. So therefore, if Crawford haven't demonstrated or displayed all his skill set, what if he uses that on Spence on July 29th and it's an area of training that they couldn't train for because it was unknown to them too. So I said it was genius that he continued to be undefeated and not use all his available skill set. No one has pushed him to that level to use all of his skill set in one fight. So that person considered Crawford to be dumb. I said it was genius because if he's that damn good not to be able to utilize or execute his entire cachet, that's a dangerous man. I'm just saying. That's a dangerous freaking man right there. Blunt say, you don't want to be in combat with a bunch of niggas who ain't prepared to die. That's logic. That's true, man. You know what I'm saying? That type of environment will have you thinking different than being in your civilian. Real talk. When you start going over that dirt and everything, it gets you a different mindset. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't think I'm gonna be able to go to sleep that night. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, Blunts. It's gonna be an all-nighter for me. It's gonna be an all-nighter. No, it's gonna be an all-night. I'm just telling you. I'm gonna be talking shit all night into the morning. You know what I'm saying? Into the morning. I'm gonna be talking shit. I'm not gonna be up here trolling all these channels that's gonna be expecting people like me. I'm not gonna show them any attention like that. It has to be calculated. You know what I'm saying? It has to be very, very calculated. I'm gonna, show attention to the supporters on that night because that's history. You know what I'm saying? Crawford win, we win, everybody win that was supporting him. That's my main point. Shout out to James on deck. Salute to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be epic, bro. It's gonna be epic. But I appreciate the timeline being put up there. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the timeline being put up there, giving us a kind of idea of how fast the time is clicking away. Seriously, it's clicking away pretty good, bro. I don't know if y'all heard, but I haven't seen, and y'all correct me, those of you in the chat, I haven't seen the indicators for the undercard yet. Have y'all seen any indicators of who might be the co-main event and undercard for this fight? I haven't seen any type of criteria out there on who's going to be fighting on this fight card. I would definitely like to see it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I definitely like to see who's gonna be on the undercard. Who would y'all like to see fight on the co-main event? To this is say this fight gonna be a $95 to $100 pay-per-view. Who needs to be on the co-main event for the fight fans to basically reach in their pockets and do the same thing that they did with Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia? Who does it have to be, man? Who does it have to be? Who can it be on the freaking co-main event? Because Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia, their undercard was marginal to me. I ain't gonna lie, man, it was marginal, bro. Like, it was marginal. I mean, not that one. I'm talking about Devin Haney and Lomachenko. And even Davis Garcia, the undercard wasn't that strong. So when all the money go into the co-main event, you're definitely not going to have a loaded undercard. But who would make the co-main event blast off? You know what I'm saying? Who? Isak Cruz KO to get the crowd hype. So Isak Cruz, from what I understand, I think they did rumor him to potentially be the co-main event. But even Isak Cruz has to be in there with the right opponent to just get everybody riled up, frenetic, the crowd, and get them prepped for history. Isak Cruz needs the right opponent. He needs somebody that's gonna go in there and throw hands, man. You know what I'm saying? He needs somebody to dance with him the right way. You need somebody that's not going to be boxing off the back foot the whole entire time. I mean, yeah, I like Isak Cruz, even though he's ducked a lot of freaking opposition since he fought Tank. But hey, if he's is he co-main? It's not that bad. Dun Dot on deck. I see you. What's good? Dun Dot in the building. I want to know what would be a good co-main event, man. What weight class too? Who can be a co-main event? Of course, you know what I'm saying. PBC. I would love to have Jermell Charlo on the co-main event. Oh my god, I love to have Jermell Charlo on the co-main event underneath his stablemate Spence and Crawford. Yes, hell yeah. So when Crawford take the belts, he can sit up there with the belts and say, "Guess what, Jermell? I'm vacating these belts, and I want to challenge you. Maybe you haven't, you stop bitching up by now and whining and accept." Is he still in the building, y'all? Is he still in T-Mobile? Has anybody seen him? If you see him, tell him to come to the ring. He can get in the ring. You know what I'm saying? This PBC. He PBC too, right? Okay. Where he at? I want to get him a good look at 2-time undisputed, and I'm about to be 3-time when I come up there and goddamn get those belts off of him. Where Charlo at? He at the concession stand already? Where he at? I hope Jermell Charlo is the co-main event because he's in camp. I mean, he's in the gym, rather. I don't know if he's in camp, but I'd like to see Jermell Charlo in there fighting a softie. You know what I'm saying? Put him in there with a softie. That's all. Let me see, can I find an opponent for Jermell Charlo? Let me see, can I find an opponent, bro? We need Jermell Charlo. That's the way you wake him up. We need Jermell Charlo as the co-main event. But real talk, that shit would be hilarious. That shit right there would be absolutely hilarious. I am looking in the 154-pound rankings right now to see who could Jermell Charlo fight. Mr. Whining himself. There was the crying game. Now, when it comes to Jermell Charlo, it's the whining game. Real talk. 154. Who can we put in there that's a softie? Let me go to the bottom half of the top 15. Now, we don't want to see Juan Abreu, Joseph Jackson, Vito Malnicki. That would be a slaughter. Takeshi, in a way. Well, you got Danny Garcia. Yeah, put his boy up there. That's Spence's boy, man. They real good friends, man. Put Danny Garcia in there with Jermell Charlo. Let Danny Garcia soften him up. Yeah, put Danny Garcia in there. Put Austin Trout, even though he's at bare knuckle right now. Put Austin Trout in there. Why not, man? Why not? Yeah, that'll be a good enough opponent. You know what I'm saying? Put Carlos Ocampo in there. He's coming off the momentum. You know what I'm saying? Sebastian Fundora going the distance. You know what I'm saying? Put him in there. But Danny Garcia might be a little bit tough fight. You know, for Mel Charlo, we don't need something too tough, else he might experience a little bit of difficulties, technical difficulties, and he might go off the air for a little bit, if you know what I mean. And when he comes back on, the referee might be right there. I don't know, man. That'd be a good little Teaser right there. Putting Danny Garcia now against Jermell Charlo. That'll be pretty decent. Brian Castano for a third. Nah, no, ain't nobody trying to see that. Ain't nobody's trying to see it. Now Jose Benavidez, that'll be good because we have that well, they've made up now. I mean, they cool now, but him being the older brother of David Benavidez, it'd be good if Jose Benavidez, the older brother of David, fight the other Charlo, Jermell, being that Maul Charlo has had problems and words before. Yeah. Brian Castano, nah, can't do that. Now, Demetrius Andrade is at 168, bro. We're talking about 154. We're talking about Jermell Charlo at 154, right? We're talking about Jermell Charlo at 154, right? There's no way he's going to be able to fight Demetrius Andrade that's damn near 2 divisions up. Even though Demetrius Andrade is signed with PBC, there's no way in hell he's going to move down to 154 and face Jermell Charlo for those belts. It ain't happening, y'all. I'm sorry to tell you. I wish it could happen, but that shit ain't happening right there. That shit ain't happening. That shit ain't happening. It has to be somebody in his division. If somebody's moving up, it has to be somebody that can sell it. Not somebody that's moving up and they say, man, God, he gonna get his ass beat, bro. Why they even make this a co-main, man? He gonna get his ass beat. You know what I'm saying? It can't do that. We're talking about a fight that's potentially gonna break records. We need a strong co-main event, man. Crawford 8 figures purse proves he was ducked. How you go from 0 purse to 8 figures? You know what I'm saying? Hey, talk your shit, Dundada. You know what I'm saying? Light they ass up, man. For real, man. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna go from the net profit to guaranteed, dog? How you gonna go, dog? How does that work exactly? Who out there directing traffic? Who was in the negotiation room? Who was in there? Can we get a hold of somebody that was actually there for negotiations? Can we explain how we went from net profit to 8 figures, Shouty? Come on, Shouty. Somebody tell me. Caleb Plant versus Maul. I would pay 100 for that. Oh my God. What? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Being that he just went the distance with Benavidez too. And Maul Charlo has been very sketchy about taking the risk, the leap of faith up to 68. Hell yeah. That'll be a strong co-main. Absolutely. But I don't think Caleb is looking to get back in the ring right now. And then Caleb, he's getting paid pretty good, man. That's gonna affect the budget. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna affect the budget a little bit. Danny getting his own main event with Laura. Yeah, I was just throwing it out there though. You know what I'm saying? I was just saying that, as far as popularity goes, for a co-main event with a pay-per-view that potentially may be from the 90s to 100, yeah, we need a strong co-main. Caleb said he was back in another big fight. You don't want to have to split that money with other big name fighters. That's true. That's true. That's real talk. You don't want to split that money with other big name fighters. That's why the undercard, they be marginal, subpar, bro. Which is why I think we getting a shot card. Only Pitbull would take low money. Yeah, Pitbull is looking for that rematch. So the rumor mill is that Tank is gonna fight Isaac Cruz potentially in the rematch, possibly. It's 2 people he can fight, but like I thought Ryan Garcia may be the potential opponent to face Rolly Romero after that controversial win, right? But now they seem like they trying to stir up the pot and get Ryan to fight. I mean, not Ryan. Devin Haney to fight Regis Prograis and potentially Ryan Garcia to fight Rolly Romero. I don't know how true that is, but you know what I'm saying? That'll be a good fight. If Devin goes up there for Regis Prograis, damn. Who's seen that coming? If Ryan Garcia goes up there and face Rolly, people gonna be like, okay, they used to be enemies, now they frenemies, and they about to get paid together. Ryan has a little bit of momentum because he definitely got paid more than Rolly. But guess what? Rolly has the chip that Ryan Garcia has never had in his career. Rolly got that chip, bro. Don't matter how he get it. Thanks to Tony Weeks. Salute, brother. He got the chip. Rolly is a world champion. Not Castano Charlo, just had Castano on the card. I ain't trying to see Castano right now. I don't have nothing to say bad to say about him. Ugas versus Crowley. Ugh. Ooh, people gonna still be out there eating popcorn doing that fight. That's a co-main. They supposed to be getting ready, bro. They supposed to be goddamn in there sipping on the yak and doing the co-main. People supposed to be jumping out their seats, man. They supposed to be turning up. Man, you put Ugas and Crowley in that. They're gonna be like, oh, shit. Hey man, shit. I'm gonna go back out here to concession stand and get me some chicken fingers. Oh man, let me know, man. Just text me when this fight over with, man. God damn. That's what they're gonna be. They're gonna be yarning and shit. They're gonna be look, they're gonna be on their phones playing solitaire. I'm serious, dog. They're gonna be playing solitaire and shit, dog. They're gonna be they're gonna be playing Candy Crush, man. They're not gonna be paying attention to Yadina's Ugas, bro. Plant versus Boo Boo or Maul, it's only makes sense. That'll be a tight matchup right there. I like that. You know, anything with Demetrius Andrade and a Charlo, I like it. You know what I'm saying? Because they need to step in the ring, man. Plant, he already has that respect. Real talk. He got that respect, bro. Either Spence don't believe in himself or PBC Showtime really going broke. What do you mean? Either Spence don't believe in himself or PBC Showtime really going broke. Now they made some pretty good money off Garcia and Tank, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Prolific. He said Pitbull is going to be the co. So Pitbull, I like Pitbull, man. I just want to know who he's dancing with. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to one and only Trick Noti on that, man. What's good, man? W says, give me a pair of gloves. Let me see. Socks since my wrench gone. Your wrench is gone? For real? Let me check you out. I wasn't even paying attention. Your wrench is gone? Let me see. Yeah, I went through a little renovation because I was trying to find, certain things that people was being blocked. You know what I'm saying? Who was doing the blocking? Some people took advantage of that. That's all. But there you go, man. You good, brother. You good. You know what I'm saying? I don't really pay close attention and scrutinize the wrenches. You know what I'm saying? Pitbull exposure until he gets the Tank rematch. Yeah, it's good exposure for Pitbull, especially in Vegas and everything. I see Shaw News on here. I know. What am I looking? What the hell? Let me see. Oh, this is the same one. Shout out to Shaw News, man. I don't know why I don't see you. Shaw News and Sox Experience, AK Showtime Shaw. I see you on deck on YouTube. I didn't see you over here. Okay, there you go. Okay, for sure. Shout out to you, brother. What's good? Hope all is going well with fight camp for Jahar Tucker in the building July 1st, man. I like to see Bud break his normal routine and step on the gas early. That's my vision, but he's already chosen his strategy. Can't wait to see it. I think it's going to be something different than what we initially thought. Because Lomachenko and Haney, they came out pretty damn quick with foot on the gas. Seriously, they came out pretty damn active. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Bud is gonna fight his fight and come up with the results that he know he can get. I mean, I'm not talking for him. I'm just saying, bro. It's worked out up to this point. It worked out up to this point. But shout out to Trick Noty for the $2 super chat, brother. Much appreciated. Plant has the respect, fought 2 killers. He did. Plant has the respect. You know what I'm saying? I think he even earned a little bit more respect than he had before he went in there with the Canelo fight. Because, you know, yeah, he was stopped with Canelo, but yeah, he had 2 tough fights. You know, he went in there and starched the rail. I was just talking to his brother, you know, at the documentary release. He's actually down here in the A. I look forward to linking up. I might try to get an interview on the network broadcast with Andre Darrell. But that dude's big, man. Like not fat big, but he's been looked like he's, you know, been in the gym, and he's my height's just a little bit taller. I'll say now he didn't look that tall on TV, but when you see cats in person, you know, it's a whole different story. But I told him he looked like he ready to compete at cruiserweight. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? But he's on, I think he's into the ministry too, if I'm not mistaken. Like he may be on team you know, Ward as they build up this ministry, because that's what Andre Ward's about to go do. He's about to start preaching. You know what I'm saying? So wish him nothing but the best. And with that, and definitely go check him out on Showtime tonight. The Book of Ward is coming out. The Book of Ward is definitely coming out. But let me try to find this photo right quick. And shout out to the GWOAT Clarissa Shields. She's gonna be on deck coming up real soon in defense of her titles also, man. You know what I'm saying? We can't say enough. You know what I'm saying? That's the GWOAT right there. Real talk. That's the GWOAT. I don't know if y'all seen this pic or not, but this was 2 of the guys that was in Creed 3. Of course, Yaya, who's a former multi world champion, that's sitting with the hat on. Then you had Lamont. He trains out of Granite City. Both of these guys was in the corner of Jonathan Majors on Creed. You know what I'm saying? I've you know, seen these guys before. I've talked to them previously, but yeah, we was sitting and waiting for the program to start. It was good chopping it up with them for a minute. You know what I'm saying? It was good seeing the fellas on deck supporting Andre Ward, Hall of Famer. You feel me? And it was good for me, man, to go out there and be a part of another boxing event and you know, chop it up once again. It's some big fights that's coming up, of course. I mean, you have Teofimo Lopez, Josh Taylor. I couldn't tell you how that's going to end. I know Teofimo Lopez is pretty much talking about he's going through a divorce and his wife is going to take all his, you know, take half his money and everything else. Look, not to get off topic, but I'll tell anybody, like it's difficult to kind of explain something to people if they haven't really been to that moment yet. But if you're talking about marriage and committing to someone, my situation ain't your situation, right? So the only thing I can say, being in T.O. really, I remember covering them. Like I said, I was covering them, man. I got some of the most vintage frames of them, man. At just a YTC creator, but using my camera, I covered them. I seen them when they was hugged up. I got them on the lens, bro. To see them going through a divorce so damn early, I don't know whose fault it is. But the only thing I can tell you fellas out there, Marriage is not the way it used to be when I was growing up. It's for many reasons. It's called social media. It's hard to maintain marriages due to the way the tech world is today. And I'm gonna be fair about it. Real talk. My problems ain't your problems. My problems weren't your problems. So I can't sit up here and tell every man don't do it. I can't tell T.O., hey man, you should have did it, bro. Every female is different. But this is one thing you should always hold close to your heart, is that a man and a woman can come into the marriage at the same exact time. But when you go to court, the judge will act like you was never there. When they start going off and how can we not get paid half? Why is it always the woman? You know why? Because they bear them kids. If you don't have any kids, they're going to come up with something else. That's all I'm going to do with that. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to go off in a tangent about that. Y'all do what y'all do, but marriage ain't the way it used to be. It's tough. You know, we get married at the same time, but when you go in front of the judge, they act like you was never there, man. When they start hearing, you just wasn't contributing the way you're supposed to. You didn't take care of the kids. She asked you, did you go to the store and get the kids some food? And you didn't do it. You forgot. Oh, that's neglect. Add on punitive damages, please. Man, come on, bro. Anyway, keeping it back on boxing. Cruz versus Cabrera. I like to see, I'm pretty sure they're gonna match Cruz up with somebody that's gonna put on a freaking show, bro. They can't give anything less than that, man. I wish I was ringside. Teal versus Taylor. I want to be there to scoop up the 9-ounce. Man, y'all are straight set tripping, dog. He said, I wish I was ringside. Teal versus Taylor. I want to be there to scoop up the 9-ounce of coke. Taylor gonna knock out of Teofimo's head. Teo all salty because his wife left him for some dude called Jerome. Damn, dog. I tell you, man, y'all are just relentless, bro. Damn, he says Josh Taylor's gonna knock 9 ounces, bro. Why 9 ounces, man? What made you come up with 9 ounces? He said, goddamn, he gonna knock 9 ounces of coke out T.O.'s head, man. Damn. I thought he was about to say, hey, man, I wish I can be ringside, man. That's going to be a very competitive fight. I like it. You know what I'm saying? T.O. get the challenge for a belt at 140 in the second division, this, that, and the other. No, man, he said he want to see Josh Taylor knock 9 ounces of coke. God damn. Y'all have no filter, bro. I'm 40 and single, and it's pretty nice. I can't lie. I'm cool with it. I'm single too right now, man. I'm loving the freedom. But I was married for quite some time. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be an angry bird and discourage everyone else from getting married. All I'm going to say is leave you with 2 words. Be patient. Don't let nobody force you into that shit early. That'll be your demise. Taylor T.O. going to be a battle. It is, man. It's going to be a battle, ain't it? That shit going to be a battle, dog. That right there is going to be a war. And T.O. needs to have his head on straight, else he about to face his second loss. If he's going through personal problems and his shit is clouded with whatever going on with his personal life, that can affect you. We human at the end of the day. So you want to go in there with that shit on your mind with a tyrant like Josh Taylor? Come on, man. It's going to be tough, bro. But yeah, I got T.O. in that. I'm rocking with T.O. regardless. I got T.O. in that. I got T.O. going in there and getting it down, getting it in, man, and getting it done. Yes, sir. I got T.O., bro. Shout out to Sir Senior on deck, bro. What's good with you? Josh is probably going to bring the fight. T.O.'s going to show his defense and footwork, touching Josh and making him move around. Bro, I am not going through no freaking technical round for round attempted predictions, you know what I'm saying, attempted exchanges and all that. I just want T.O. to go in there and pick up his second chip in his career. I've been a T.O. fan for a long time. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I tell people all the time, I had the pleasure of covering him before he was champion. Sir Senior said at WCS, I hate the state of boxing. How you gonna arrest Bud for premeditated cruelty to animals and fishing without a Las Vegas fishing license? Well, hey, I'll tell you like this. That's a good point. That's a good point. You know what I'm saying? But look, he was there to box. Sir Senior, he was there to box. The actual intent was there. He was approved by the commission to box. But what it turned into was a slaughter. They felt that was above and beyond what was required per them granting him boxing license in the Nevada State Athletic Commission. So that's why they had to take the necessary action that they did. It turned into a slaughter / damn near homicide. So that's why they had to take him down and book him and kind of ask him some questions. You know what I'm saying? All Bud have to do is say, hey, there's a referee in there. He's supposed to control the fight, right? No, we're not talking about the referee right now. We're talking about you. We're talking about you. We're talking about everything you was taught. Who did you learn that from? Who did you learn that from? That can't be something. I mean, see, the reason why we investigate you, Mr. Crawford, is because they say you don't use all your skills. Wasn't you supposed to list all your skills upon getting approved for this fight? So we're going to do some film study and go through all the skills we've seen in there. And if we find one of them not on the freaking, you know, that people seen, if we see, look at all your previous fights and we see you do something per the film we seen right here tonight, we're charging you. We're indicting you ASAP. That's how that's going to go down. They're going to indict the man. They're going to say, yo, they say you don't use all your skills. If we look at all your previous fights and we seen that you did something different in this fight with Crawford-Spence that caused him to get slaughtered like that, we're indicting you. We are putting charges on you. I'm just letting you know. Taylor's very good inside fighter, and T.O. struggled against Kambosos. Regis is a level above T.O. for me, and Taylor is a very dirty fighter. I think Taylor's dirty style will break Teofimo mentally. That's a good assessment, man. That's a good assessment, you know. But you have to look at it this way too, Sid. He didn't look that spectacular against Jack Catterall either. You have to take that in consideration also. I know people are going to say, well, T.O. ain't fought Jack Catterall. Well, he has 2 fights at 140. So now he's about to go in there for a title fight. And it's up to him with the risk to go in there and apply himself. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? That's a good assessment, though. Josh Taylor is a dog. T.O. is a dog. Real talk. T.O.'s been cut before. You got to think about the cojones that it takes for T.O. to go in there with health problems and fight Kambosos the way he did. This man went in there trying to knock that dude out, bro. And then made it to the final bell now. He earned the knockdown himself in the condition he was. Man, that takes cojones, bro. That takes fortitude right there. Shout out to Captain 4G on deck. Salute to your brother. Dundada say, I'm riding with T.O., but this is legit super fight. Lineal 135 versus lineal 140. Hey, man. You know how it is. Lopez Sr. say Teofimo is going to be undisputed 2 divisions, dog. You know what I'm saying? So basically what they're going for with Josh Taylor is exactly what you said. You know, they want that lineal because he ain't been beat yet. He's still undefeated. You know what I'm saying? He's still undefeated, bro. So you know how the lineal work. A lot of these casual boxing fans learned that from Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury went around here talking about, I'm the lineal ghost. I'm the lineal ghost. I was never beat. I just took a little bit of time off to do some sniffing. and return back to the sport. That's all I did. I never lost though. Real talk, he never lost, man. Yeah, shout out to Captain Full on deck, man. Appreciate you pulling up, bro. Yes, it's going down, people. Seriously, it's going down. But I definitely have to jump off here, man. It's been a pleasure. Y'all continue to support the channel as always. I just don't say it just to say it, but continue to support the channel. If you choose to donate to the Cash App is up there strolling across the bottom, the ticker. And you know what? The countdown continues. The countdown continues. You know what I'm saying? July 29th, it's going down. And that's when the slaughter will commence. And look, I'm going to make sure if there is an arrest post-fight, we got bail money. I'm making sure he got bail money, bro. I don't care how much he getting paid. We got bail money to get him up out of there, man. We're going to get Crawford up out of there, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get Crawford, get that bail money, post-bail, so we can go celebrate. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing. That's what we doing. Shout out to Mark Nash TV, man. What's good with it, bro? Salute to you, man. But yeah, man, we'll do it another time. Salute to everybody who pulled up. Continue to drop through, pull up. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button on your way out, man. I'm out.